Have you ever wondered why your dog pants so much, even when they're not tired? You might think dogs sweat like humans to cool down, but the truth is very different, and it's a detail that most dog owners get wrong. Today, we're going to answer a really common question. Do dogs sweat or pant? And more importantly, we'll dive into how dogs regulate their body heat and explain when that harmless-looking panting can actually become dangerous. So let's clear this up right away. Dogs do not sweat like we humans do. We have sweat glands all over our bodies, and when we get hot, sweat evaporates from our skin and cools us down. It's our primary cooling system. Dogs, on the other hand, use a completely different method. They have very few sweat glands, and the ones they do have are mostly located in two spots: their paw pads and around their nose. This means that sweating plays only a tiny, almost insignificant role in cooling a dog's entire body down. So, if dogs don't really sweat, how do they regulate their body temperature on a hot day or after a long run? The answer is panting. Panting is their built-in, high-efficiency air conditioning unit. When a dog pants, they breathe rapidly with their mouth open. This rapid airflow moves quickly over their moist tongue and the surfaces inside their mouth. As that moisture evaporates, it carries heat away from their body, effectively cooling them from the inside out. This is why you'll see your dog panting after exercise, on a warm summer day, or even when they're just feeling a bit stressed or excited. It's their main way to release excess heat. Now, what about that sweat from their paw pads? It does exist, but it's not for whole body cooling. You might have even noticed little wet paw prints on your floor on a hot day, or seen your doggy's pads look damp when they are at the vet. This minor sweating is thought to help a little with temperature control in their feet, but its main purpose is likely to increase their grip on surfaces. It's a neat little biological feature, but it's simply not enough to protect them from overheating in truly hot weather. This brings us to a crucial point where many owners get confused: knowing the difference between normal panting and dangerous panting. Normal, healthy panting usually involves a relaxed body posture. Their tongue might be hanging out, but their breathing is steady and not overly frantic. And most importantly, it stops after they've had a chance to rest and cool down. Dangerous panting, on the other hand, looks very different. This is a sign of heat exhaustion or heat stroke, which is a serious medical emergency. The signs include extremely fast, frantic, or labored breathing. Their eyes might be wide and have a panicked look. You might also notice thick, stringy saliva or excessive drooling because they can't swallow properly. Another alarming sign is a change in their gum color. They might look pale, or even a bright, dark red. If you see weakness, staggering, or a collapse, you need to act immediately. It's also important to know that some dogs are much more susceptible to overheating than others. High-risk breeds include brachycephalic or flat-faced dogs, like bulldogs, pugs, boxers, and shih tzus. Their short snouts make it much harder for them to move air efficiently, which means their panting isn't as effective at cooling them down. Other high-risk dogs include those with thick, heavy coats, as well as dogs that are overweight or seniors. Many well-meaning owners accidentally put their dogs at risk. Common mistakes include walking dogs in the midday heat when the pavement is scorching, leaving a dog in the car just for a minute, which can be deadly, or not providing enough shade and fresh water during outdoor activities. Sometimes we might even ignore those early signs of heavy panting, thinking our dog is just tired. But dogs often try to cope quietly until they simply can't anymore. So, what should you do if you notice your dog panting heavily and you're worried about them overheating? First, immediately move them into the shade or an air-conditioned space. Offer them cool water to drink, but not ice cold, as that can be a shock to their system. You can use a fan to increase air circulation around them and gently wet their paws and belly with cool, damp cloths. Most importantly, stop all activity immediately. Never try to force a dog to keep walking or playing in hot weather if they are showing signs of distress. In the end, our dogs don't complain or tell us when they're feeling too hot. They rely completely on us to understand their signals and keep them safe. Knowing how dogs regulate their body heat through panting, not sweating, is more than just a fun fact. It's knowledge that can prevent serious illness and even save a life. Panting is normal, but excessive, distress panting is a clear message that your dog needs help. Learning to spot the difference makes you a better, more responsible dog owner. I'd love to hear from you. Has your dog ever struggled with the heat or had a scary moment with heavy panting? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story might just help another dog owner recognize the signs and act quickly. Thanks for watching.